What's good, y'all? Back with a new video today. In today's video, idea slash rant, um, really is just about like food. I've been thinking about food a lot recently, and I was thinking about this on my walk. And yeah, man, just how our relationship with food is so interesting, right? And I think especially in these times of corporate America, um, our relationship with food has been just so distorted, and our taste buds specifically have just changed and evolved, And I guess what kind of made me think about this is a few books, right? Like that book, what's it called? Salt, Fat, or whatever, or Acid. I know there's like a Netflix show that has the same name, so those two I confuse them, but that one or Ultra Processed People, right? Which are books about just how the food companies have hired scientists and created these perfect formulas um, to get you to come back to fire off chemicals in your brain so that you want more, right? So this has been talked about to death, but obviously, when you have those Doritos, those Oreos, it's so hard to have one because they're so tasty, right? They are just what is called hyper palatable, and they're made and engineered to literally make you buy more and eat more, right? Um, and I think I'm very lucky because my upbringing, my mom, shout out mom, you hooked me up really well because she always cooked very healthy, right? And so growing up, I never really had like any sodas at home, or any like very sugary treats. And so anytime I would go to like my cousins' houses or friends' houses and they had sodas, I would be like drinking up all the soda. I'd be eating all the chips because we just didn't have that at home, right? And so my mom kind of instilled that in my mind, growing up, like, hey, like you need to be eating healthy, right? But I think more importantly with that is like we almost have, as a society, like shunned like healthy food, as like healthy food is like not, um, it's not tasty, it's not like good, like eating in a diet is so miserable and eating healthy is so miserable. And honestly, I just don't understand that. I think that is so further from the truth. Whole foods, healthy foods, fruits, organic breads, eggs, avocados, veggies, like all this stuff is delicious, man. And I think um, I had it a little bit easier than most, I think, because I didn't have to condition my brain into thinking, oh, these foods, aren't tasty, and now I'm gonna have to eat untasty food, when whole foods are the tastiest food you can have, right? If you really think about it, the richness of like the flavors, the natural sugar that comes from like a banana or a strawberry is so I don't know, like when you taste it, I don't know if it's just me, but when you taste that, it's such a different feeling than a very like a McDonald's fucking fries, or a 7-Eleven taquito, like that just doesn't feel natural to your taste buds, right? Compared to a juicy apple, right? Or a juicy grapes, right? That you can just eat and just taste almost the life in them, right? That they used to have. And so I think if you're struggling to think about like healthy food or whole foods in a positive way, really think about it and really like savor it when you have it. I was like biting into an avocado, not biting into an avocado because obviously it has like the skin. That's not recommended. Don't do that. But I usually have some avocado toast in my for my breakfast. And I had a piece that I kind of took off and I put in my mouth, and I was just thinking about the creaminess, the richness of the avocado, right? And just how flavorful it is, right? And the fats in there, how you could taste them, and it's just so delicious, guys. Like Whole Foods are incredible, right? I was also thinking about the bread. I buy some organic bread. Dave's Bread, shout out. That's a great macro friendly bread that you can have. I usually have that on my avocado toast. And just like the earthiness of the bread, right? It's not sweet. It's not like um, it's a different flavor, right? It just like very earthy, very like I don't know, grounded. Is that even a thing you can call food? But like a way to describe food. But you know what I mean? Like the flavors are very rich in whole foods, right? I also have Greek yogurt, right? Greek yogurt is great, a great source of protein. And the silkiness, the smoothness of a Greek yogurt, right? Even the like weird taste, like usually people put like honey into your Greek yogurt, or another thing you can do is like stevia, right? Stevia, a sweetener, natural sweetener too. That's 0 calories, right? Because sometimes the flavor in like a Greek yogurt is a little bland, but I even think that I like that flavor in like a Greek yogurt that's a little bland, creamy, kind of plain. But again, it just feels so much more natural than like a Go-Gurt or a Yoplait yogurt, right? That you're gonna buy. Like it just has something different to it, you know? And so really reframe your mind from these ultra processed foods. Don't think about them that way. Those sugary flavors, those salt, that salt that is just packed into like a bag of like hot Cheetos, that is just so unnatural. Your brain is not meant to be eating things like that, right? And you've been rewired to crave those things, and everyone talks about it, but when you remove those things from your palate and from your diet, your body re-regulates, right? And your taste buds will reset to like things that are more natural and not look for these hyper palatable flavors that are in all of our processed foods and so many things, I'll share actually. I went to the beach with a few friends, sticking to my diet, sticking to my deficit. And so at the end of the night, we went to In-N-Out. In-N-Out's a burger place here in the States. Great burger place, very macro friendly, which is great. And it's awesome that they're everywhere around me because yeah, when you're out and about with friends, especially, that they're not on the same journey as you, they just want to eat bullshit. So, thankfully at In-N-Out, I have some options, and I went to In-N-Out and I got myself a protein style burger, which is the burger without the bun, wrapped in lettuce. And dude, I hadn't had food like that in a minute, and holy shit, guys, it was like doing drugs, no joke. Like, I took a bite of that burger patty, and I just, all the flavors, the fat, like, my brain was just going off. It's so crazy, right? So, foods are made that way, and if you're eating like that every day, if you're having fast food every day, or maybe 3 to 4 times a week, you're never going to have the chance to reset your palate and really find these valuable flavors that are in the whole foods that you're going to make, and so, when you're cooking at home, especially, even with veggies, right, you're going to have to use a lot of spices as well. And this is where you can get creative and make your whole foods even better, right? I have like so many spices. Maybe you can kind of see them here. No, you can't see them because the light's off, but they're all right there. But I have like a bunch of different ones that I rotate, and that just brings out more flavor. It adds variety, and you can do so much with it when you're making your own meals and cooking whole foods, right? So don't discount whole foods. Do not see eating healthy as a detriment. It is actually better. It is tasty. It's flavorful. It's natural. It tastes so good, guys. And I love eating at home. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, yo, I'd rather eat at home. Like when I'm at home and I'm, I don't have to be at work or I'm not out and about. I look forward to it. I'm like, yes, I get to eat my own meals because I make some awesome stuff, right? Like my chicken is seasoned well. My ground turkey is seasoned well, man. I have some like chipotle seasoning, 0 calorie, obviously. you know, with some veggies. I have like this butter garlic seasoning that's awesome. So look for some good seasonings for your food. But I guess the point of the video is just, you know, don't discount whole foods as untasty. Don't think of your diet as unflavorful. It's the complete opposite. It's the most flavors. It's the most delicious thing you can actually have and put in your body. And it's how we were meant to live, guys. So reframe your mind. Stop eating those hyper processed foods. Eat the natural stuff. Your flavor, your taste buds will come back. And you know, you're gonna start loving your whole foods, guys, and that's all you're gonna want to eat. I know that's what I want to eat. I'm actually gonna go heat up some ground turkey, some jasmine rice, and do some stir fry veggies right now. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.